Welcome to Learning Luau with A3, the series where I will teach you to code in Roblox Studio without acting like you already know what 17 different programming words mean. This series is made for people who have never scripted before. So if you've never written a single line of code before, that's completely fine. We're starting from the beginning. Today we're going to talk about what coding actually is. Let's look at a few important parts of Roblox Studio and make our very first script. I know. You are definitely wondering what coding even is. Well, simply put, coding is basically giving instructions to a computer. You tell the computer what you want it to do, and it follows those exact instructions. The important thing to remember is that computers are extremely literal. They don't guess what you meant. If you give the computer the wrong instruction, it will either do the wrong thing or throw an error at you. In Roblox, we write code using a programming language called Luau. Luau is the language Roblox uses for scripts. A script can control things like doors, weapons, enemies, buttons, health points, and basically anything else that makes a Roblox game actually work and be enjoyable. Now, I'm sure you can see that I'm already in Roblox Studio, but I'll show you how to actually get in here. Alright, so in this Explorer, you have like the properties panel right here. You have to select a part, of course, if you want to see the properties. But right here, you can set the colors. You can set the size, the reflectance, materials, stuff like that. Mm. And over here in the Explorer, well, let's close the properties real quick. We have server script service. This is where we're going to spend a lot of our time in this series. So, the first step is actually downloading Roblox Studio if you don't already have it by going to the official Roblox website and going to create on the top of the screen. And then once you have that, just sign in and you'll get into Roblox Studio like I am right now. So once you're here, you want to click on New Experience and this will actually take you onto the base plate that you will start like developing on. Okay, so now that we're here, what we're gonna do is just show you what's called the Explorer. The Explorer shows us the objects inside of our game that let that includes things like parts, scripts, players, lighting, and a bunch of other stuff that we'll learn about later. So you should already have the Explorer over here. If you don't, click on Home, go over to the right side and click Explorer right here. This will you can open it and close it through here. And then this is basically just the Explorer right here. Don't worry about the name of it too much, but this is basically just the common place to place the scripts that control the game. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hover over server script service. I could either right click it or like I'm gonna do, I could click the plus button right here and I'm gonna add a script. So this is basically like where you start writing your code and stuff. Alright, so if you did what I did, you probably already closed your properties menu. But what we want to do is actually reopen this so that way we can click on our script and we can rename it in here. Let's name it first script. Oh, I forgot to mention you can also kind of just like double click right here. You can type in there to rename it. Okay, so what we're gonna do is just move this over here a little bit so it's out of the way. And what I want you to do, especially if you don't have the best eyes, I know this can be a little intimidating, so press Control and use your mouse to scroll in. Yeah, is that better for you? Okay, so we're gonna just delete all of this code right here. It's not really a whole lot, some things just simple. And then we're actually gonna put it back in there. However, this time I'm gonna explain to you what it actually means. Okay, so first we have print. Just go ahead and type that down on your keyboard. Print is a built-in function. A function is basically an instruction that performs a certain job. The job of print is to display information in the output. I'll show you the output in a few moments. We'll learn a lot more about functions later on, but for now, let's just remember that print displays something for us. Okay? So now, we're gonna add our parentheses. No, let me find it on my keyboard. There. If you just click the left parenthesis on your keyboard, it's gonna automatically add it in here. It's gonna add both of them, which I really like about that. So what these parentheses do is it holds the information that we want to go inside of print. So yeah, that's kind of what it does. And then now we'll add our quotation marks. You could also use single apostrophes or whatever. It basically does the same thing, but I prefer to use the quotation marks. Okay, so inside of the quotation marks, this is where we're gonna put our message. Let's just do something simple. Let's just go with hi. One of the first words we learn in our entire lives. Like we're 1 years old when we learn how to say this. Okay. So when text is written inside quotation marks, it is called a string. A string is just text used inside of code. So this line means display the text hi. That's really all it does. Okay. Listen, this may not look like much, but you just made an entire line of code. Amazing. Okay, so I'm gonna show you what this prints out in the output, like I said I would do earlier. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna click over here to get out of our script, and we're just gonna press this little play button right here. And what this will do is it'll take us into the map. Like, it's just a base plate, but that's because we haven't put anything in here yet. So what we're gonna do is click F9 on our keyboards, and that'll take us into here. And we're gonna click on server right here because this is where we're gonna print it into. And guess what? Here are your first words ever to be printed. Amazing. Okay, so we're gonna go back to our line of code, and we're just gonna modify it a little bit. Like let's make this say hello. I want you to guess what this is gonna print. Should be pretty easy. I'll give you 3 seconds to guess. Okay, well, I'm sure you understood it. You understand it, right? Okay, so what you could also do, this isn't really too complicated, but you could just kind of repeat this. And guess what? It's gonna print hello and hi. Let's see what it looks like in the output. Let's just go in here real quick. We click F9. This takes us into here. And guess what? Hello and hi, right next to each other. Listen, you did this. This is all of your hard work. And guess what? It was worth it. Because I am very proud of you. Okay, so now that we're back in here, you can really just modify this as much as you like. You can try testing out the single quotes. Still, oh, still prints the same thing. It's really not too different. Alright, so this may not look too exciting yet, but listen, you could print whatever you want. Like, let's say, print A3 is the best coder of all time. Guess what this is gonna print? Let's see. A3 is the best coder of all time. Yes, she is. Okay, so what I want you guys to do, this is your homework for today. Just go ahead and print this multiple times. I just just go ahead and print different things. Remember, this is what you do. You type in print in all lower cases because syntax is very important. If you were to say print T, then that's just a different story. But you type in print, you put your parentheses, your single quotes, or your double quotes, whatever you want, but it still does the same thing like I said before. Good job today, guys. I'll show you how to do more stuff in the next video. So, good job. See you. I actually forgot to mention, but when you when you're done with your little testing and stuff, you're gonna want to click on File on the top left right here. You want to press Publish to Roblox and select it as yourself or whatever group you want to put it under. These don't really matter right here. I just keep computers so that way you can still play it, And then you're gonna select the name and make it be whatever you want to be. I'm gonna make it be A3's coding tutorial. Right, there we go. Yeah, that's all there is to this. Once you have this published, that'll just like save all the things you did in here, so that you don't lose it all when it closes. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys some more in the next video, but this is some good stuff right here. Alright, see you later.